Listen, we've obviously exhausted all the obvious partners that Harry could have had, and I understand we need a new angle here, but I don't think you're going to find it by wearing out the floor.
I do my best thinking on my feet.
All right. What's your best thinking about Brenda?
What do you mean?
Look, I'm just curious. I'm just curious because whatever happened between the two of you in those catacombs when you thought you were going to die, I mean, it didn't happen. You're alive, and Brenda isn't with you anymore. She's with Jax, who is busy consolidating his position as husband, as protector, and all-around hero. I mean, am I getting through here?
Maybe it was a good thing I didn't have you around as a kid. You would have nagged me to death.
That's one of the nicest things you've ever said to me, son.
Well, Pops, relax. I'm not worried about Jax anymore.
I thought you were going to wait downstairs. Look, I'm almost done. I just grabbed a few essentials. We can get whatever else we need for a few days when we're down there.
I know. I just realized while I was waiting down there that there's a few things I need to talk to you about.
Go on.
I know you really want to protect me. Keep me safe from bad memories.
Well, what can I do?
There's just some things that you can't protect me from, you know? Not with your money and not with your love.
Well, it's all out now, sweetheart. Harry's biggest mistake was underestimating our love.
I am not worried about Jax anymore. There's nothing I can do about it. It's up to Brenda now. You satisfied?
I mean, you still don't think that you need...
No, I don't think I need anything, Mike. Let it go. What I can do, and what you can help me out with, is trying to figure out who Harry was on the phone with in the cave. Because that's who ordered me shut up with enough horse to kill an elephant. Now, I'm thinking it's somebody I know, or at least I can recognize.
Or they're scared. You might recognize them.
Still, I don't know who's getting this stuff into Port Charles or how.
My prime target of investigation is going to be the nurse Dorman used.
All I know for sure is Harry's mystery partner used a nurse to set me up. And she hasn't been seen since.
Now, if I could only figure out the connection between Pierce Dorman and Rebecca Chase.
Our mystery guy probably had a lot of very powerful stuff to hold over the nurse's head to make her do what she did.
According to the PCPD and the FBI, Marilyn Cooper was as clean as a whistle.
What could Dorman have on Rebecca Chase that's so big that it would make her lie for him under oath?
That's what I intend to find out. Even though her professional and personal records are spotless, there's got to be something.
One possibility is that he charmed her and then seduced her.
His charm didn't last long. She's dead.
Rebecca's still around, so is Dorman. So whatever they've got or had between them is going to come out one way or another.
And don't forget, Monica, that you and Dorman were together for a long time. And nobody even suspected it.
Thank you so much for reminding me, Edward. But at least people saw us together occasionally. I can't recall even glimpsing he and Rebecca together, not even once.
I know we're supposed to be careful, Pierce, but I had to see you.
Why, you can't stand out there. Come in.
So what do we got? I was lured to GH, attacked in one of their examining rooms, carried out unconscious on their equipment. I think this guy had access to all the facilities and set it all up.
And then you heard the call bells in the background when you were on the phone with Harry. So obviously our guy works in a hospital.
If Rebecca lied because she's infatuated with Dorman, how is he going to keep his hold over her if he can't acknowledge her at work? They can't be seen together in public. I can't imagine any woman, no matter how lovesick, that would put up with that forever. What's in it for her?
She gets to stay out of jail. She may have been thinking with her hormones when she perjured herself, but if she allows Dorman to go to jail, she's going with him.
The woman is between a rock and a hard place, which is exactly where we want her.
Don't you realize how dangerous this is for you? For both of us, all it would take is one person who recognized you.
I know, but I couldn't help it. I saw you today at the hospital, and you looked so upset. It took every ounce of willpower I had not to put my arms around you.
Well, I'm so glad that you resisted.
I can't bear to see you hurt, Pierce. What happened? Did Monica threaten you again?
No, I just received some bad news about someone who died.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Honey, being apart is very painful for me, too. But it's not going to be forever, I promise, unless we screw things up and get careless. The only way that Monica or anybody else can hurt us now is if they find out that you helped me win the case by bending the truth a little.
I know I took a chance today, but I am really very careful. No one is going to find out.
They can't.
Besides, it wasn't all a lie. She really did everything I said she did. Even if I didn't hear her say those exact words, I didn't have to. I saw how upset you were when you told me about it. I saw how humiliated you felt. No wonder I had to pry it out of you. But I was so touched and proud that you trusted me enough to confide in me. That was the first time we made love, do you remember?
As if I could forget. You were so sweet. All you wanted was to help me.
I wanted to show you that not all women are like her. I would do anything for you, Pierce.
And I would do anything for you too, honey. But we have to be strong. We both have to be strong now so that we can be together later.
Now what?
What's the next move?
What are we gonna do?
Rebecca's the liability to Dorman now.
If he led her on, she's going to want to see more of him.
Well, he'll sweet-talk her into staying away for her own good.
Well, she may not. Some people are driven to take risks, and they'll make all sorts of excuses to do it. She really put herself on the line for Dorman. She's not simply going to fade away like a good soldier. She'll slip up. And then we'll get him.
This guy doesn't have a partner anymore who knows the ropes. He's on his own. And that's gonna knock him off balance. And he's gonna slip up.
But right now, this minute, I need you. I need you so much.
Bear with me, Michael. I've got a couple of years on you, so my brain's a little slower.
Sorry if I'm going too fast for you, old man. Which part don't you get?
Which part? Which part?
Yeah,
The part about your sitting back and letting fate take its course with Brenda.
Okay, look, let's get back to dinner. No advice appetizer.
No, I'm not giving you advice. I'm asking you. That's all.
No, you're pushing an agenda.
All right, okay. I'm sorry. It's none of my business.
We belong together. Brenda knows it, and I know it. But she's got to come to me in her own time and in her own way.
And you really don't think Jackson's gonna be a problem?
You know, writing that letter was the hardest thing I ever had to do. I told Harry that you would never believe it.
What did he say?
He said that he just needed you to believe it long enough for him to kill us. Lucky for us, he was into torture. Gave you enough time to figure out the clue.
Thank God. You know, when I thought of that I'd never see you again, I went a little crazy. You know, all I could think about was you in that dark hole, stuck in the ground, and I should have been there with you, holding you, telling you how much I love you, sharing your fate.
Pain for my stupid mistakes. I'm such an idiot. You know, I went out on my own. I wasn't supposed to do that. And I was stupid enough to let Harry in my front door.
Yeah, you didn't follow the protocol of dealing with a homicidal maniac. You know what? We all screwed up. And I did my share, and telling you about it will be the hardest thing I've ever had to say to you.
Well, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe we should just not talk.
No, you know, I once said that I'd never keep anything from you again. I want to keep my word. Okay, for a start, I didn't work out the clue Miranda did. I was at her apartment. In fact, it was the first place I went after I found the letter.
Why?
To find out if Sonny may have said something to her to prove that the letter was a lie. But everything seemed to prove the opposite. And then when Jason finally admitted that Sonny told him that he was running off with you, at that moment I forgot the biggest truth in my life. I went back to Miranda's apartment, and I was overwhelmed with...
Go on.
I turned to Miranda, and at that moment I wanted her. I wanted to make love to her. Like, if I could take that moment back, I would.
So you made love to her?
No, we stopped.
We?
Actually, it was Miranda.
Why?
Because she knew it was for all the wrong reasons. And she was strong and too proud, I suppose, to take advantage of the situation.
I really don't want to hear about her.
Well, you need to hear my apology. And I need to know that you understand and you can forgive me.
I do understand.
Well, I realize that you need time.
No, I don't. I don't need any time, Jax. Of course I forgive you.
You know, when I found that clue help, it was like being slapped back to reality. The Brenda I know and love wouldn't do that. And now, in a weak moment, I gave into doubt and jealousy, and I swear I'll never let that happen again. And whatever your feelings for Sonny, I know that you love me enough to be honest with me face to face.
Sure, Jax is a problem. He loves her. He's going to try to hold on to her, but what's your point?
The point is, he saved your life, and he risked his own life to save both of you.
Oh, so you think that means I own Brenda?
No. But can you be sure that she doesn't?
What I am sure about is how we feel about each other. Now, we could deny it, or we could tell the truth for a change. And that is the end of that, Mike, because I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Look, suppose we get back to Harry, okay?
Yeah.
Now, do you think that Harry let his partner know what he had planned for you and Brenda?
Well, he probably let the guy know he had no use for me.
What?
You pulled some pretty good cons before you gave up the life.
Who says I've given up the life?
Once a pro, always a pro. Mind if I pick your grifter's brain?
I'd be happy to help.
Okay, let's say I was right about the guy working at GH. Maybe he was a janitor?
No.
A technician?
No, I'm sorry. I don't see Nurse Marilyn and a janitor as an item.
Right. Okay, let's say he or she was an intern. My guess would probably be he was new at the game.
And Harry provided the experience.
Except for the distributor, and the partner had no use for it. He was sloppy, and he was arrogant. He probably thought he didn't have anything to learn. Just get the stuff out on the streets, quick, and rake in the cash.
So he's not a planner, he's an improviser.
But he's lousy at it. You know what I'm saying? He makes mistakes, tries to cover it up, panics, then he makes even bigger mistakes.
Like Nurse Marilyn.
Yeah. He thought I could finger him, so he wanted to take me out by using this poor lady who he wound up killing.
Sounds like our guy isn't too tightly wrapped. He's unpredictable.
Yeah, and he's out there. I mean, I could sweat this less going up against a mob boss, but, this guy's whacked. Which makes him twice as dangerous. As long as this creep's still out there, what I want with Brenda doesn't mean a damn thing. That's why I gotta bring him down.
Be careful. You've been using up your 9 lives at a pretty fast clip lately.
I got too much to lose not to be. But right now, I'm in more danger of dying of starvation than anything else. Are you actually gonna do something with that food or what?
You're gonna eat those words?
Yeah, that's about all I'm gonna get tonight.
Hey, I don't want to hear that. Listen, why don't you put on a little Mike music for cooking and stay out of my kitchen.
My kitchen. Oh.
Well, I'd like to propose a little toast to Sonny and Brenda.